Vince Perdue can remember the day he started running. It was March 3rd, 1979, and he was looking for a way he could stay in shape after a winter of cross-country skiing.
A friend of mine said, why don't you start running? Why don't you give it a shot? And I said, oh heck, I'll give that a try, and it's been quite a few years since now.
Vince's motivation to become active was similar to most people.
You know, initially it's the same as everybody else. It was to live forever. In other words, not have a heart attack perhaps, because there are heart attacks in my family. Not to get fat so I could eat anything I wanted to.
However, unlike most people, Vince couldn't stop running, physically or mentally. He was running marathons in Toronto, Vancouver, Chicago, and the granddaddy of all, the Boston Marathon. In 2004, he helped to coordinate the Sudbury Fun Run, but in 2005, the Sudbury Rocks Marathon was born. The Diabetes Association was involved from the beginning for very personal reasons to Vince.
My family's full of diabetes, and I know tons of people. My dad lost a limb to by diabetes. My first cousin lost a limb to diabetes.
Vince jokingly says that first year for the marathon was horrific as a race coordinator, but he was able to convince the police and the city that he and a small army of volunteers could pull it off.
They gave us every pylon they could find in the city to help put our 5 and 10K courses together safely. And I think they gave us a donation as well.
The Sudbury Rocks Marathon features a fun run, a 5K, a 10K, and a full marathon, which is a Boston Marathon qualifier. The event is expected to attract 400 people to Sudbury this year, and every restaurant, hotel, and tourist attraction will benefit from the big day.
One of the things I really admire about Vince is that he's relentless. I mean, it doesn't matter what the weather is, and it doesn't matter what the event is. You know that you can count on him to be there.
Vince also helped to establish the CIBC Run for the Cure in Sudbury, helped to bring the running room to the South End, and mentored thousands of runners directly and indirectly throughout Sudbury and northeastern Ontario.
You have a dream of doing something in running, whether that be, running your first 10K or running a half marathon or maybe completing a marathon. He's just, again, such a wonderful resource and wealth of knowledge, and so willing to help.
Even the Sudbury Rocks website, updated by Vince, is a cheerleader for the sport of running. It's why running and Vince Perdue have become synonymous.
I'm really sure that, when Vince is 100 years old, he's either going to be participating in a marathon or organizing a marathon.
Congratulations to Vince Perdue, winner of the Community Builders Award of Excellence for Sports and Recreation, sponsored by Dynamic Insurance Brokers.